Hey, welcome back to Hotline. We're here with hot people. It's a hot place. San Diablo, that's pretty hot, isn't it? I'm Sean Rush. I'm your host for the afternoon. I'm here with Sarah Jane Seddon with the hot hat. We got the hot hats. We're here with Ray Chung, mayoral candidate. He needs a hot hat. He's in the hot seat.
I need a hot hat.
Great, thank you, Sarah Jane.
No worries.
Right,
Ray, great to have you back here, mate. So you're on the council recess. So just tell us a little bit what the council recess is.
for me it doesn't mean anything because I've been busier than ever because everyone else is on holiday, so I've been trying to make up their spaces for them. So that's what I've been doing.
You're all just working hard through. So actually, it's a whole month off in July. You get July, you get January off, and actually the last couple of weeks of September too. But it's hard work in between, right?
Very hard work. This is my 5th meeting today, so been very, very busy.
Yeah, but in your council hat on, not your hot hat, but in your council role, it's pretty tough yards. You just hang out for that July break. That was my experience anyway. What about
Well,
you?
a lot of the councillors have actually gone on holiday, so they've gone away. But I've got jury service this month as well, so pretty busy with everything. Last week was a hectic week. I think it was about an 80-hour week last week, so it's something on every night. Very busy.
Good on you, mate. Good on you, mate.
Yep.
Sarah Jane.
So with everything happening in your life, everything like that, do you think you can win?
I'm sure I can win.
There you go.
Yep.
How's
Thank
the
you.
polls looking for you?
It's looking very good. I've been having a lot of feedback on where I'm standing and what I'm doing, and so that's been very encouraging.
Awesome.
Now, Ray, I've been thinking carefully about a mayoral run myself.
Good on you.
And I'm planning on getting the Green Party endorsement. But I noticed you've come here today and trumped me with a Green Party jacket. Are you going for the Green Party endorsement?
It might look like that, Sean, but green is actually my favourite colour, and it's been my favourite colour since I was 3 years old. And so, way before the Green Party actually even came out to.
Oh, good on you, mate. Okay, so big ticket items then. What's the first thing you change? You got 10 seconds.
Got to change the way that the city is running. We've got to look at the way we're changing the city with these cycle lanes, taking away the car parks, taking away the ability for businesses to actually run.
Okay, that's a pretty good summary. You got anyone from the audience out there?
I got a question. What did that actually mean? If I'm a retailer and I'm struggling in Thornton Quay, what are you going to bring for me?
I've been going down to see the businesses down there, and I said, "What are your problems? What are the issues?" And they say, all these roadworks and the cycle lanes coming in here, so that's ruining our business. I ride down there. I went to talk to them. They're of course selling bikes and the bike lanes that are going there, but even they're losing 40% of their business. So isn't that ironical?
It's still a great place though, isn't it? We've had a pretty good winter. I'm looking forward to a summer. You got a big summer ahead of you, a lot of door knocking. What are you going to be doing?
I'm doing door knocking every day, even now. So
Oh my goodness.
it's already started.
And where have you started?
I started in Wadestown because Wadestown is very topical at the moment because we're looking at the Wadestown connection going there, a lot of the road changes, and so a lot of people are very, very unhappy with the changes.
Yeah.
And so want to discuss them.
People won't be unhappy about like speeds outside schools 30k. That'd be okay, wouldn't it?
They're fine. Nobody is complaining about the speeds outside schools. You know, where nobody wants children or school kids to be in danger from speeds, but
Or councillors.
or councillors. But some of these health and safety issues with speed are actually not relevant, in that they have been through a business case, and there's been a lot of misinformation.
All right.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you've probably seen a lot of like orange cones around Thornton Quay. What do you think about this yellow cone behind us?
yellow cone.
Oh, I didn't even see the yellow cone there. Yeah.
Different from what you usually
I
see.
thought it was a witch's hat.
I tell you what, when I get the Green Party endorsement and I run for mayor and I become mayor, we're gonna have yellow cones all around Thornton Quay, and they'll love them. They will love them.
So what do the yellow cones mean? What's the indication of them?
That's Graham's idea. I don't know. It's making you curious about the yellow cone.
We're Wellington focused here, but if we were up in Auckland like I was last weekend at the test, it'd be a blue cone.
Or
Just a bit of topical.
What about my green cone?
Yeah,
What
I
is it?
want to see the green cones.
You got my Green Party vote. I don't know how much that's worth. I was told forget about it, but anyway. Hey Ray, any last words for the viewers?
Don't forget to get out there and vote next year, because we've got to change the way we're going in the city. So tell us what you want for the city, and we will look at how we can actually do it.
Good on you, Ray. You keep door knocking. Keep an eye out for Ray Chung. He's your mayoral candidate. He's already out door knocking. He's in Wadestown, and we'll be covering the city between now and October next year. Good luck, Ray.
Great.
Cheers.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
Quick question from the camera.
Yep.
Quick question from the camera. And what's your sort of scariest moment in your life when you thought that you couldn't come back?
The scariest moment was when I was sitting on United Airlines 811 when I left Hawaii. The plane took off, and then suddenly it decompressed. The whole cabin filled with mist, and we couldn't see anything. Then the plane started diving. And so you'll remember that was when the cargo door blew out.
That'd be like would that be like landing in Wellington?
It was worse than landing in Wellington because we didn't know where we were going. We were warned that we might get into the water, what to do if the plane goes into the water. Very scary time.
The green gods were on your side that day, Ray. Maybe next October they'll be with you. Keep that jacket,
Yep,
bro.
great. Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, thanks everybody. Cheers.
Right, thanks, Ed.
Sorry, I thought that was it, Ray. I'm sorry, Graham.
Can't beat Wellington on a good day or even a bad day too. You can't beat Wellington, it's a cliche, but nonetheless it's true.
Okay, folks. Well, it's Sean Rush here. We're on Hot Live, having hot people and hot talks with hot hats on, and hot today, Jared. Last name, Carson. Jared Carson. Jared Carson's in the hot seat. Give him he's got a hot hat on.
He's
you know?
already got
He's
a
already got a hot
hat
hat
on.
on.
Don't need it.
So Jared's got a number of claims to
Oh,
fame.
another hot hat on.
Many hats.
But if you're thinking, gee, this guy looks familiar, well, he is, because this guy plays drummer in a Fleetwood Mac tribute band. He is Mick Fleetwood, and he looks a bit like him too. You're not quite as tall though.
Not quite as tall or thin.
I don't know, he's put a bit. And I'm a massive Fleetwood fan, so I'm really chuffed. And Sarah Jane Seddon, she's here this afternoon. She's a massive Fleetwood fan. Name 2 songs by Fleetwood Mac.
Well, I know Dreams, but the 2004
Go your own way!
remastered version only, though. That's probably my favourite one.
Oh, all right, Jared. So just tell us. I see you're an Otaki boy, so I've got I live up there sometimes. Mum and Dad are up there.
Nice.
How did you get into music? Why Fleetwood Mac? And what are you doing at the moment? And where can I go see you for free?
Well, I got into music when I was 13, so I've been nearly 30 years now. And just got into Fleetwood Mac because I think it's one of those bands that just everyone's into, I guess. It's, crosses generations, and everyone can get into that.
I just want to put some of it on. Help me out here. Tell me, how does Mick Fleetwood get that just totally unique drum beat? How does that, I'm a big Led Zeppelin fan, John Bonham, he could play the drums, a few others and so on, but when you hear a Fleetwood Mac song, you undeniably go, that's Mick Fleetwood. How does he do it?
It's just his character, isn't it? You can just tell that it's
Do you think
him.
you can show us on your little drum that you've got here?
Not quite as
Accurately. Okay, well, give us a
Well, here
rundown.
you go again.
I want
you
to see this.
So I could try Tusk.
Go
As
on.
my little showcase for
No
Yep.
vocal in that.
No.
Well spoken.
Oh.
Why should you ask me if you've gone away? Why should you ask me if he's going to stay? Okay, we can't carry. We'll do this later in the bar with a few things.
Nice one.
That was awesome. Now there's a little bit more to you than just awesome drumming for an awesome tribute band. You also have written some kids books. Yeah.
I have.
Back in the day, I did a bit of a Google. So tell us about that. What was the book? I think my son might have had a copy of it. He's supposed to be here at some point, but
cool.
Anyway, talk us through that. And where was the inspiration? And
Yeah, that was a book for my son when he turned 3 for Christmas. It was just thought I'd make him a book. I've always done cartoons and that sort of thing, and just made him up one for Christmas. His friends really liked it, so we've got a few more done. And
what was it called?
animals and vehicles.
Animals and vehicles. How cool is that?
Yeah, and then I did a second one, more animals and vehicles, for my second son.
Did you run out of
Ministry.
inspiration then?
Yeah,
or?
pretty much. Yeah. So, went on and sold over 1,000 copies of them. So
Nice one, Sarah Jane.
Oh, well, so whereabouts did you sell your books?
Cafes around the place.
Cafes,
Yeah.
oh, cool.
All the bookstores. I've got a what do they call it? I can't remember what
Kids
they're called.
section?
Yeah. No.
Maybe I should give it a read.
Someone who distributes them around.
Yep.
Sorry, I forgot what they're
Distributor.
Quick
Distributor.
question from the floor, but what's up with that beard? How do you keep it as magnificent as that?
called. Just lush
Love
shampoo.
just-
A lot more here. He just
Yeah.
wants to know because he's got a bit short up top, you know.
Will come to you, that's right.
Oh, sorry. Upset the guest then.
I want it to be really authentic, mate.
And so you're still up in Altaki?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yep. And what part of the town are you? Down by the beach or?
Up sort of, they call it the desirable plateau.
Oh,
Up the-
yes, yeah.
Past the
Beautiful
BP.
up there, nice
It
and
is,
quiet,
yeah,
nice
yeah.
and quiet.
Yep.
Well, that's wonderful. So tell us, when can we see your band? Are you playing locally shortly, or?
So yeah, we're doing North Island tour. We're playing the Opera House in Wellington next Saturday.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
Yeah. Saturday the 27th July.
I'll have to get my old flatties down. They all live up in Auckland now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So bring the whole family. It's great night out, just like the real thing.
Just like the real thing. All
Right,
right.
well, for some fun questions from Wellington Live, whereabouts is your favourite restaurant?
Ooh. I can't remember the name of it. It's down Cuba Street, Malaysian place. Sorry, I can't think of the name at the moment. It's just bad.
But I went there not recently. Or what's your favourite beach? Would it be Otaki Beach or?
Yeah, I'd have to
The
say so.
Ocean Beach, yeah, pretty good.
Represent.
Pretty good. Hey Jared, thanks so much for spending time with us. I'm really looking forward to coming along. I'm hoping I get my old flatties from Varsity. We all got into Fleetwood Mac together. They're all up in Auckland and Port Tauranga now, but they'll travel. So we might see you next weekend, but otherwise, thanks so much, good luck. And write another book, mate, something maybe about animals and tractors, I don't know, but there you go. But anyway, so thanks Jared, that was Hotline, hot people with hot hats. Sean Rush and Sarah Jane Seddon, and have a great evening. Yes, mate, it's awesome. I normally breakfast, I'm so excited about it.
Can't beat Wellington on a good day or even a bad day too. You can't beat Wellington, it's a cliche, but nonetheless it's true.
We're at San Diablo on Friday afternoon, Courtney Place. We're doing Hotline for hot people. There's my hot son, he's just finished his holiday program. Good on you, Nick, nice to have you here. I'm Sean Rush, I'm here with Sarah Jane Seddon. We got our hot hats on. Our guest in the hot seat, he's got a hot hat on here. It's Paul Robinson from the Wool Store. Paul, you've had a bit of an interesting week with a court case against Wellington City Council. You just want to just talk us a little bit more through that. Not dwelling too much on it. We want to hear about what the next plans are for you and your businesses.
Well, Sean, yeah, it's a yin and yang sort of week for me. On the one hand, we've got stuff going on north of Wellington, which is just so exciting out there. And you know, for the last 6 years, we've been really fighting this rear guard action down in Thornton Quay to try and keep our businesses going well down there.
So can I just clarify, so you're part of what they I think is called the Thornton Quay Collective, which are the businesses being affected by roadworks and different layouts, including cycleways, that the City Council has rolled out. I thought that was a Let's Get Wellington Moving kind of thing, which should have been abandoned, shouldn't it?
Well, it nearly did, but the Golden Mile and Thornton Quay Hut Road projects got sort of preserved. That was the compromise that was made when the new government came in, that they could continue, while that all the rapid transport, etc., got KO'd.
So, okay, we need to have a chat about how this has affected those businesses. So, you just want to talk through, everyone's doing it tough. Tell us how your businesses are doing it.
Well, they've got in typically in our building, the lovely old wall store down in Thornton Key, foot traffic's down at least 50%. That's always been a good weekend destination. That's dead. Cafe turnover's down about 40%. That's all quite gloomy. We just can't.
Is that a seasonal thing? It's the middle of winter.
There are no car parks. And it's just orange cone. People have this perception that they won't find a car park down there.
And how long is that going to last for? What's the schedule for those?
Till this time next year. We're going for 6 months and we're going for another year. It's a long time to hold your breath.
It is indeed. Okay, but more positively, you're doing some interesting things. Did you say north of Wellington? Is that Pororua?
Yep.
So what's going on there?
Pororua's got a little bit of magic about it at the moment. That is a city on the rise. You've got an iwi that's got an incredibly strong focus on the future, wonderful strategy. You've got a city council that's open for business. They're hassling us. They're hassling us to do business every week.
Hi, Anita Baker.
It's a wonderful combination, and so that's given us confidence to invest through.
Yep.
A moderately severe recession.
Okay,
I was
Sarah
gonna say,
Jane.
do you prefer Porirua over Wellington now?
No.
Well, I sort of have. It's a good question because I guess I started off here 50 years ago. This a bit like Sean, being a law student up on the hill there and coming down here and getting drunk. I'm
Not 50 years ago for me, but yes, I did drink a wee bit.
And so I loved the big city back then.
Yeah.
But now, as I get a bit older, I'm more inclined to the village. So I like the Pororua's sort of idea of the 200-year village, as opposed to Wellington's determination to become a 15-minute city.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard about the 15-minute city, and I've tried it in parts of Britain, and it's quite radical. And they basically block off roads and stop you going in about your business. Is that actually happening in Wellington?
Well, I don't know about the physical side of it. I have to say, I've just about got a car park directly out the front here. But the point is that it's more an ethos. A 200-year village is something that you cherish and you love and you belong. A 15-minute city is where you work and it's convenient. It may be quite isolating.
Yeah. Well, I guess, on a positive note, what we're here on Courtney Place. We've both enjoyed our times here at different years, I suppose. Although, when I first came down here in the mid to late 80s, you wouldn't come down here for anything other than a Chinese takeaway. Now you can, but it still needs a scrubbing up, don't you think? What would you do here, Paul? What's your recommendation to whoever's holding the reins, in October next year?
Well, that's the great thing about Wellington is that it's got two sides. One is the planned side, which to me is all the waterfront. We've had 20 years. It started off with the Wellington Waterfront Company doing this quite structured, well organised, well planned waterfront. That Wellington can now treasure. And on the other side, you've had somewhere where we haven't done any planning, which is Cuba Street, which is alive, it's vibrant, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's been allowed to do its thing, and it's gone fantastically well. So
Slow Boat Records is still open. That's where I bought my Dark Side of the Moon album.
You are young.
Secondhand.
You're very young.
I love this guy. I love this guy.
You should have been buying I'm a gummer there.
Yeah.
Mighty.
Talking about this, whereabouts is your favourite restaurant in Wellington?
Well, I guess Havana's probably our go-to one, mainly because it sits next door to the Picture Theatre, and we would go to the movies there.
Oh, nice.
Or we would do the same up in Brooklyn.
So what part of town do you live in?
Well, my wife Julia and I, we've had a dual existence. I've lived out in Plymouton for 40 odd years, and then when I got together with Julia 15 or 16 years ago, she had a lovely village in Nio. So we've had 15 or 16 years. Her house is better than my house is better than your house. Just this month, we've decided that we're going to do our house.
Oh, nice one, nice one,
in the
Paul.
middle of the street.
Very, very fine house.
Alright, and also, whereabouts is your favourite beach?
Oh, Wellington Beach.
Just take it.
You can't just-
I used to go there when I was a very little boy. My mum and dad had some friends there, and fond memories of the Newman's bus. Me and my brother going to stay. I think the bloke, he was a cop actually. But anyway, yeah. So okay, well, Paul, you know, we're all doing it a bit tough, I suppose. But I do think that the Thornton Key Collective are standing up for themselves and maybe asking the City Council to have another think about how they go through processes in order that we can all achieve where we want to be, which is, you know, a vibrant city that's prosperous, is attracting people, and businesses are thriving. So more power to you, more power to the collective. Thanks very much for coming on Wellington Live on Hotline. And you know, Sarah Jane, you got anything you want to wind up with?
That's it. That's all good.
Paul,
So-
any last words from you?
Well, Sean, I've been following a lot of your environmental posts on LinkedIn.
Okay.
And I just have to say they are something that I click on immediately,
Okay.
especially seeing as I'm moving up the Kapiti Coast. And the Jacobs report is something we should talk about one day.
Yeah, well, coastal planning, I've fallen into coastal planning, and that's part of my masters in climate change stuff. And but yeah, we'll have another conversation. Oh God, I could talk about that for a long time. That's the next challenge for me. And but anyway, Paul, thanks so much. Good luck to you and Julia, and hope you do get the one house sort of thing, or the favourite one. And good luck. And if you're coming up to Kapiti, we look forward to seeing you there. Jared will be there with the drum kit, doing the Fleetwood Mac. And the beach, of course, is always welcoming. So thanks very much from Hotline here in Wellington, with the hot hats and the hot seat and the hot people. I'm Sean Rush.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Sarah Jane.
Thanks.
You can't beat Wellington on a good day or even a bad day too. You can't beat Wellington, it's a cliche, but nonetheless it's true.
Hey folks, we're back here at St Diablo. We're here for Hotline, Hot Live, Hot People, Hot Picks, Hot Hats, and in the hot seat we've got Jamie Williams. Jamie's got the hot hat on. Jamie works in hospitality, sort of. You want to just talk us a bit about the Wellington Hospitality Group, what you're doing with them, and I understand you're moving on to bigger and better, brighter things, but hopefully Wellington focused. Awkward if not.
Yeah, no, yep, so we created Wellington Hospitality Group and then Kapiti, and we had about 40 bars and restaurants around the Wellington region, some in Hamilton, Tauranga, but about 15 months ago we sold that business to DB Breweries, and
DB Breweries, now, that takes me back to the mid-80s where you either got Lion or you got DB.
yeah.
I remember I came to Wellington, it was a big Lion brown city, but the Southern Cross sold DB. Now that was one of your bars.
Yeah, we bought that off Gary, good man Gary, who's in the industry for a long time.
Gary was the manager when I was a student back in 1988, 89, $2 jugs. And then I had my 50th there as well.
Jugs of Illusion. Do you remember Jugs of Illusion on a Wednesday night, student night?
Oh,
It's
those
amazing.
crazy things on,
Yeah.
silly nights.
Yeah.
Sarah Jane.
Well, I was gonna put this towards COVID times. So during COVID, all your staff, how hard was that?
It was hard because hospital staff are people, right? So they need people contact them. That got taken away from them. So it's probably the first time I realised how important an employer is for staff when things go badly. So you're actually responsible for their welfare and caring about them. And at that time, it was a little bit more than you'd have to do in a normal world. So yeah, we did some work with the government to try and feed vulnerable people around Wellington. And so I think from nowhere to 2 weeks we managed to scale up to making, I think we made about 250,000 meals and delivered them all around the region. So we were able to put a lot of our staff into work. Government, we didn't get any margin for it, it was just money in, money out, but it kept my staff busy and employed and was good for their mental health to get out of the house. So yeah, that was one of the things we did, but it was pretty tough, for sure.
Did that bring you and your staff together? You know, make the team work. And
Yeah, right at the beginning of COVID, no one knew how long it was going to last for. So our answer was, let's just do something good, like, play our part to help. And then people needed food and they couldn't get out of their houses, and we had chefs and people and access to trucks and cooking equipment, so we were like, we'll solve that problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good team bonding.
And did some of your bars get caught up with we've got all this beer, we can't sell it, it's going to go off, we're going to tip it out?
Right.
Because I fought pretty hard to try and get a relaxation so that the bars, because poor old the HOTLINE Foursquare was just inundated with people buying booze, and he was saying to me, can you get the bars open to give us a break? Well, I probably made quite a bit of coin out of it.
Yeah, no, we gave all of our food that we had in our fridges and all of our beer kegs that had been cracked already to our stuff. So we put it all in one spot. They all came down with their cars,
Nice.
grabbed grocery boxes. One guy turned up on his bicycle with a 20-litre container and filled it full of keg beer, and then biked it home. Biked it home. Scottish guy. And he was like, I'm Scott, I'm cheap. I'm going to fill this 20-litre container of beer and take it.
Yeah,
We've
no,
been flat
yeah.
within an hour. But
What about the students? The students would have
students
loved
loved
it.
it. They all loved it. So we got rid of all the product that was going to go off and gave it to staff. So that's cool.
Do you do hospo nights, or like I think on Sunday or something like
Yeah.
that? Is a hospo night?
I'm too old, but the staff still look
The
at it.
stuff
I'm
off,
like,
you'd be out there going on the street.
I'm-
Sorry, what's a hospo night for those of us who don't? Is
Well,
that when you
it's
go
like
out
when
with the staff?
hospitality can go all out and have fun. And
Because they're normally working on the busy nights,
Yeah,
serving everyone. They
Quick
pick
question
nights.
from the cameraman.
Yep.
I think we've mixed things up a bit here because Jamie sold that hospitality business. He's now a baker.
I was about to ask, what are you up to now? If you'd like to just leave it to the
Leave it to
presenter,
the
the experienced interviewer who's well prepared, spent all afternoon. Jamie, I understand that you're going into a baking line of business now.
Yeah, we've bought a
Talk us through it.
nice small little business that bakes bread for cafes, restaurants and bars and delivers that. So it's sort of more of a wholesale bakery. And one thing I did learn from stepping away is I still needed to do something that I'm not very good as an employee anymore. I've had my own business for too long, so I was like, find yourself a small business and you have another crack. So that's what we're doing at the moment.
And where's that?
It's based up in, it's called Zeta's Bakery, and its previous life was Brooklyn Bakery, owned by
okay.
Ari Chan.
Yep.
And it's up in Wigan Street, just near Havana Bar. But we're going to rebrand it into Pornicky Bakers.
Nice.
what's your favourite thing to bake?
I have learned so much about dough. You know that.
There we go.
I don't know any of it.
Then we have a
So we
dough
just got
lesson.
bakers. Yeah,
This
they're
little
not
dough?
Yeah, no, not that. Yeah, like depending on the temperature, the type of flour, where it's coming from,
Fascinating.
the moisture in the air, you have to learn how to feel dough. Like you don't follow a recipe, it's about the feel. It's
There
got to
you
go.
go.
And I didn't know any of that shit. So I was like,
There you
wow,
go.
that's amazing.
Educated in the dough.
Yeah, dough. Dough's not simple.
And,
That's why your pizzas never always turn out the same. Like,
Ah, there you
you got
go.
to know how to dough.
And you're doing sausage rolls?
Yep, we'll be doing sausage rolls. I love everyone loves
yeah.
sausage roll.
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah. I still do. I'm a horse baby boy at heart, but
Mince and cheese and
even
steak
people in
and
Wellington
cheese.
eat them.
Yes, all of those.
And so, where would you go if you're going out for either a beer or a meal?
I still love Ortega. I just think
Yep.
service is approachable, the food's great, the wine lists are great. You have a good night, you stay there all night, go for drinks, sleep your head down, and then toddle off home. I just think they've got that balance
Yeah.
between the product and a casual service perfect. So,
And then where is home?
home for me is in Johnsonville, just outside
Jabil?
Johnsonville in the Hurry Valley. So
Yeah, Mass Rapid Transit line there, I hear.
Yeah, apparently it is. Yeah, it is now to find. Don't
Where's your
argue.
favourite beach?
My favourite beach is Taimaro Bay up in the far north near Monganui. That's where we've got our family land, and it's just my wairua is full, my cup is full when I go back there. I love it.
Which is your iwi?
Ngāti Kahu and Ngāti Kuri, which are both up north, and Ngāti Parautu from East Coast.
Ngāti Porou. Great beaches along there, mate.
Great beaches there
Great
too.
beaches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
must
there
be
is
some
beautiful.
time. Hey, Jamie, thanks so much for coming on HOTLINE, being we're in the hot seat with a hot hat. Good luck with the baking. Sounds like you're onto it, mate. Sounds really special what you're doing. Look out for that place in Brooklyn, folks. I'm sure it'll look after you as well. So thanks very
Thanks,
much.
guys.
That's HOTLINE, Hot Live, Wellington Live, with the hot people, including Sarah Jane. Not so much me, but I've got a hot hat.
That's super hot hats.
Take it easy.
Can't beat Wellington.